As the world turns, just another day in paradise. So, yesterday I had a little bit of a situation come up. My ex-husband blew up on me on the phone and then hung up on me, talking about things regarding my family as if he knows something. But it became very telling to me that there's something going on for sure. We have an order where I'm not supposed to be communicating, inappropriately with our families. I don't contact his family and have inappropriate conversations with them, and he doesn't contact mine. And the same with friends and stuff like that. And that's just to protect our child or our children so they're not in any harm by conversations that could cause them any type of damage. But anyway, needless to say, he reveals that he's communicating with my family, and I'm just like, wow, that's very telling. And so I go ahead and just ignore it as best I can and try to address the situation in a different manner by burning some incense and trying to put myself in a better mood. And I can't really shake it off, though, of course. So I have to address that when I get a minute on that. In a diplomatic fashion, when I have a minute to think about it better. But meanwhile, I burn all this incense and everything and go to bed and have the most unusual dream. For the longest time, I always dream I'm in the dark and having difficulty maneuvering around because it's so dark. And, I have to get used to finding my way in the darkness. And, when you're in the dark, it's hard to see things like your enemies and, stuff like that, where you're going. But last night, I dreamt I was in the light, and it was very light. It was a lot of light. I don't recall having such a bright dream in years, maybe over a decade now. And everything is being revealed to me. I see it all very clearly. All the demons are coming out. And just like that book, The Witcher, where he goes and kills demons, I found myself doing the same thing, killing the demons. And in such a graceful manner, too. I was singing and traveling, seeing everything in front of me so plainly. I felt like such a blessing. And I believe, if I recall correctly, the song I was singing was Sade, Kiss of Life. Yeah, that's a very beautiful song. And singing it so angelically, too. I have a fairly good voice, but and I was sounding really good in my dream. And so I woke up and had some epiphanies and thanking God or angels or whatever it is out there for switching it up finally in those dreams and allowing me to see what's really going on. And it's such a correlation or tie to the issue that occurred yesterday that now it's just so obvious what's happening in my life. There's no doubt about it. The players and what they're trying to do and the way they're behaving, clearly they must have some demon possessing them because they just don't behave that way. And I've never warranted this kind of behavior towards myself. I've always carried myself very well, respecting the other party's family and their friends, never communicating in any inappropriate way to them or to anyone that they associate with. But however, the demons bite people's asses and cause them to flip out. So I get to enjoy these things and watch the show. And I guess that's how it is. I pulled out some tarot cards and played the tarot, and I asked the tarot, is so-and-so trying to harm me in some way? And the most uncanny of things was occurring. Every time I mentioned a certain person, and I only mentioned 3, 2 of them, they got the same card pulled. And note, there's 78 cards in the deck, and I shuffle pretty gosh darn well. But for those 2 particular individuals, the 7 of Wands came up every time, which is a card basically saying to watch yourself because there's deception occurring in your midst. So I'm not shocked, but I was like, wow, those cards are not joking here. And even while I was shuffling, one of those miscellaneous times I was asking the question, that 7 of Wands just bounced out. So 3 times it popped up while I was shuffling the cards, asking questions. And it was only I believe 5 questions I had asked. And of all those times, that's quite a few times to see that 7 of Wands pop up. Well, anyway, I guess we'll see what happens next. But I'm hoping that all this nice positive energy that came to me last night and, cleaning the house and stuff helps in some way keep away that negativity, because I really don't need it. I feel like it's just more ancestral damage to accumulate while I'm trying to clear all that ancestral mess in our lives as best I can. I don't want my children to carry on this curse that my mom has set forth and spreading to other people in the family. So I gotta, I guess, cut the heads off of these demons to stop it. And hopefully I'm successful. So with that said, if you have any questions, want to share anything, please pass me a line. I would love to hear from you. You can email me. That would be great. All right. Have a good one.